Okay, right, well I'm not used to modelling in Modo, so if you want to see me do this you'll have to bear with me. It's taken me quite a while to figure out how to build this shape, even though it only takes me a minute to make this in Wings 3D. So I need to begin with basic and a cube, and I found out if I hold the control key down and click on the cube I get a cube of 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter at the origin. A key allows me to zoom in on that shape, and this little widget in the corner shows me where the axes are. So I'm going to take out the faces on the x-axis, so polygon, select this face, hold the Alt key down and use the mouse button to rotate, and then hold the Shift key down, click on that face, and then hit the delete key. Now I found out if I hold the middle mouse button down and drag, it'll select all the faces, even the ones facing away from me. And now I'm going to use B for bevel, and if I click on the screen I can use these controls here to inset it 100 millimeters and to bevel it out 100 millimeters, and this should leave me with a 45-degree face there, which was critical in this idea. So space deselects the tool, Alt rotates so I can get a view of what I want to do. I need to move this shape now along the z-axis 1 meter away from the origin. So space to deselect. Oh no, I need to select everything. I think if nothing's selected, that's selecting everything. So W key moves it, and if I move it along on snapping selected, I can do it exactly 1 meter away from the origin. Space to deselect the move, and now I want to duplicate this with a radial array, and I'm using a count of 4 along the y-axis. I want the action center to be the origin, and if I click that should just apply it now. So you can see, hold the Alt key down, that I've missed a step out because I've missed out the inside of these shapes. This is a strange thing I've struggled to get my head around. In Wings you don't have these just one side of shapes floating around usually, so if I use Control Z I can go back. Space to deselect, I need edges. I select one of these edges, double click, and then Alt to move, hold the Shift key down, find the other edge, it's in here somewhere, double click, and then select edge bridge. If it doesn't appear, if I select flip polygon, sometimes it appears and sometimes it doesn't. Why is it not appearing? Ah, okay, I flipped it the other way and now it's appeared. So that seemed a bit random, but it has worked. Click on the viewport to deselect everything, go back to my duplicate and radial array. It's remembered my settings, click in the viewport, that's good. Now I want to move all of this, so space to deselect, also W, and I need to take it up 1 meter, again snapping selected, so that's exactly taken it up 1 meter, space to deselect. Duplicate still on, mirror in the y-axis, click in the viewport, and you can see where we're going with this. Space to deselect. Now if I go to polygon and click an empty space, now double click on one of these shapes and hold the Shift key down and select these 4, then use Control C and Control V and then use the E key. I can rotate this and I need that to be rotated 90 degrees. Go OK, space to deselect, and then I want to join all the vertexes up. So what I shall do is vertex, merge, automatic, OK. It's merged loads and loads and loads, but I don't know if that's any good. And then mesh edit, mesh cleanup, and OK. Okay, right. Now, last time I did this, it highlighted for me some of the faces that I needed to get rid of. Because if I use the Tab key now, there's these like corners sticking out, and sometimes it does it and it shows me the corners, the faces that I want to remove, but otherwise there are some faces trapped inside here where the vertexes have merged and I need to get rid of them. So I can use the Control space to select the top view, and Shift key, and in polygon mode click to deselect everything, Shift key, click to deselect everything, middle mouse button, there, and there are the polygons that I want to get rid of. So I'll use select and assignment selection set, set 1, okay, then I'll go Control space to right view, and you can see these polygons now that I'm going to be getting rid of. I think if I use perspective, you can see that they're actually inside the solid body of this object. That's why they're troublesome. Control space right view. So I need to add to these, so click to deselect, then hold the shift key down, middle mouse button, and drag this box over these again, and then I should be able to select assign selection set, and then get set one from this menu and go OK. So that's added those faces. Now I want front, click to deselect, hold the middle mouse button down and drag over there, hold the shift key down so I can add to this selection, and then select and assign selection set and find set one again. Now go to perspective view. So what I'm wanting to do, right, just to be clear here, if I use the tab key, you can see these corners are ugly, and that's because the polygons are trapped inside these in the geometry. Weirdly, I don't really understand why that's happened. It doesn't happen like that in Wings, but there you go. This is Modo. So what I want to do now is select and use selection set, select one, set one, select, and those are all those faces. And if I now hit the delete key and then hit the tab key, the geometry looks much nicer, and hopefully it's all joined up everywhere. How do I center this? A key. So it's all joined up everywhere, and if hit take this selection off, use the D key, now I can subdivide it a few times and hit the tab key, and then I've got a really nice geometry. So that's taken 6.5 minutes. Admittedly I had to back up there somewhere and do those steps again, but that's essentially the process that I've had to go through to recreate this shape in Modo that I made in 1 minute in Wings 3D. So I hope that's interesting, if not useful, and that's my first modelling experiment in Modo, and I've even done a render of this which I shall pop on the front of the video. Cheers now.